Listen up, Rangers. Welcome to the Geek Chest. My name's Steve.
My name's Arnes.
And today we're going over the film Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows. The sequel to the hit Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that came out in 2014.
That was a hit?
No.
Okay.
Well, hit enough that I got a sequel.
Too bad it won't get another one, huh?
I don't think so, because this one didn't do quite that good in the box office.
Like 34 million or something like that?
No, it was, I think it almost broke, I think it broke even. But not enough to where it's like, we need to make more of these, you know?
Which is a sad thing, actually. I actually like this one, Steve.
I like this one more than this first one. For sure. I wouldn't say that's better than the originals, though. Like, I still would put Turtles in Time over this.
Oh, yeah, any day.
But if you guys haven't seen Out of the Shadows, it's a continuation from the last movie, where our heroes have saved the day, defeated Shredder, but they couldn't take credit for it. So the cameraman from the last one, I'm trying to remember his name right now.
Falcon Punch!
Yeah, the Falcon. God. He's taking all the credit for it. But,
which was amazing. I hated his character so much.
It made sense for what happened. He's like such a sleazy character. But he's helpful still, so it's odd. But they think the city is safe, but the Shredder is going to attempt to break out.
And gets help from some guy who has no incentive to help him at all. Or any reason to help him.
Yeah, because they thought he was cool. It's Seamus, man. What do you want from his character? But he gets help from Bebop and Rocksteady. He ends up escaping, even with the Turtles trying to stop the escape as well. And then stuff happens. They come across Crane, and then they gotta find some stuff so that Crane can bring the Technodrome over to our world and over to enslave us all.
Piece by piece, too.
Yep, piece by piece, and from a giant portal in the sky. Like Avengers. And most big budget movies nowadays.
Turtles, assemble!
Pretty much. So, getting into it, for the plot of the movie, I enjoyed the plot. Like, I like what they were trying to do for this.
I appreciate it.
Because for the most part, what they're doing, like, it makes sense. Now, the plot to me feels a little rushed. I will say that. Because they don't really spend a whole lot of time on people, and they kind of forget some characters in this one.
Like?
One in particular would be Shredder. Like,
What?
Shredder's only here so that we can get the Crane.
But Shredder got what he deserved. He got frozen in Ice Cube and put
He
in
didn't
collection.
get to do anything in this movie.
That's not
He
true.
literally does nothing. He sits in a chair in the car as they're driving along, gets broken out. Cool. And then when he gets warped from there, he comes across Crane. Doesn't get to do anything there. Comes back. And he's like, hey, Crane, because he said that he would team up with me to take over the world, let's get him over here. Because he's not going to turn on us, right? Sends Bebop and Rocksteady to do stuff. And then, when Crane finally does show up, he's like, I'm going to fight you. And then gets frozen.
See?
Such a badass character from the last movie.
Steve missed so many opportunities on what Shredder did. He pulled his claws out at one point. The second point, he scratched the table. And third, Steve, he took 3 fingers and drew it down and opened a stone. So much action.
That was probably the most infuriating thing of this movie. Because some things I really like about this movie is the fact that April O'Neil's barely in it. Like, she's only there to help move the plot along, sort of like the Shredder, but I appreciate it, because that's what April should be there to do. Just to help to move the plot along, so that we can spend more time with the Turtles that we're here to see.
But I do agree, though, Shredder, the whole plot with the Crane was rushed.
Yeah, like that. Like, it's cool because we need to get the Crane to show up, just so he could be, like, the big final boss at the end of the movie. But I would have appreciated to see Shredder do a little bit more. But it's kind of understandable because we do get Bebop and Rocksteady.
A lot of characters on the
Which
screen.
were awesome, by the way. I loved Bebop and Rocksteady in this one. Like, granted, it's just like fart jokes and ha ha ha, I'm chubby.
He's like, hey brother, tell me, am I getting a little fat? He's like, nah man, you're getting real fat.
Oh. But, like, it's kind of what I remember from the cartoons. That's what I wanted. It's weird seeing them live action though, but it works for me. I think like the picks that they had for the actors actually make sense. Like Seamus always seemed really weird, especially since when I first saw it. Like you think the Mohawk, so I was thinking he was going to be Bebop, which that seemed really. I was like, that sounds stupid. And then they were like, he's Rocksteady, and I'm like, okay, I see that more.
Makes sense.
It makes sense. It's odd. Because it's like a ginger turning into a rhinoceros. Like, I don't know, to me, like, it makes more sense if he became like a big hen.
Steve, you would turn into a flying squirrel.
That'd be awesome.
Or a fat cat.
Oh, probably the fat cat. If I had to say. But yeah, that's like the plot, like, it moves along pretty nicely. There's a lot of action in the movie too. And you get to spend a lot of time with the turtles, which I do appreciate. Which, in this movie, the turtles are what you expect from what you get from the last movie. They're very likable. But some of the stuff that happens with the turtles doesn't make a lot of sense, and a lot of that also seems rushed too. Like, especially towards, like, the middle end of the movie when the team isn't quite meshing back together the way they're supposed to. And then Leonardo's like, we're not going to be a part of the team anymore. Then all of a sudden, it's like, next scene, they're like, we're back to being a team again. Like, there's all this build-up, and there's, like, this conflict that never truly gets resolved. It's just like, oh, it's better now.
They're brothers, man. It happens.
But it's not the cartoon, man. It's not like we need to, like, clump this into 30 minutes. We sat there for an hour and a half to really still have no real...
You wanted Lord of the Rings of 3 movies of them just walking towards each other.
You know, I think that would have made this movie a lot better if there was 3 hours of it. Because then there would have been stuff for Shredder to do. That would have made more sense for the Technodrome. Which, to be honest, in my perfect world, if I was doing this...
I forgot. He also ordered them to take the professor. See, he did something.
I was thinking, like, is he a doctor? I'm like,
Professor.
No, maybe?
Could be worse. Your character...
It's Baxter Stockman.
Could have been worse. Your character could have been beaten by Laptop and April O'Neil.
Aw. Cry?
What the...
That was stupid. That was literally stupid. Trained ninja. Taken out by a laptop. Should just stab.
Goes back to the whole thing where he's talking about where there's too many people, not enough screen time for everyone, and they just have to rush it.
Yeah, because like Baxter Stockman gets a lot of time to shine. I actually liked his character too.
I hated that guy.
Although he doesn't turn to the fly. Like I wanted some kind of like action
indication?
that was gonna happen. Yeah, like that this was gonna be a thing. Because all you get is they got the mutagen. You're like, cool. Something bad's gonna happen. Hopefully, like at the end of the movie. No, it don't. The other thing that was a little bit disappointing in this movie was the other thing compared to Shredder was Casey Jones.
What? Hold on.
Arnes makes a better Casey Jones. You know I'm right.
This is where everyone's gonna hate me. I actually like that guy.
Get the fudge out of here.
I laughed at 2 scenes with him. 2 scenes I laughed. You know how hard that is for me to laugh? And actually, like, not laugh at him, his acting skills, or his role, but actually, like, he made me laugh.
No. It's not Casey Jones. Not even close. He was a police officer.
He wasn't a police officer.
With an attitude.
He was a
Ex-Power Ranger. He was trying to become a detective.
Yeah, he was a trained prison guard, whatever.
And again, another character, like, he has, like, that one cool fight scene, like, towards the end of the movie when he's, like, on his rollerblades getting chased by Bebop and Roxy. Like, I like the action with him in it. Like, that was very Casey Jones. It's just, he is not who I would expect to be Casey Jones.
Really, that was a weird thing. I actually, like, hated that part when he's running, rollerblading away from him. He's running through the cars. I just didn't like that special effect scene. Yeah,
well, it's kind of weird, because you could tell, like, that... I think it was Rocksteady during that part, right?
Yeah.
You could tell, like, he was superimposed.
Yeah, I don't like that. Like, I caught that.
Like, you could tell, like, the cars are flinging up, and it's just, like, there wasn't anything there to begin with. But it's just, it's, like, he doesn't have the hair. Like, he does not have the Casey Jones look.
That is one thing, is, like, he didn't have the look, but he had the attitude, though.
Well, that he barely wore the mask. Like, the mask was just, like, I feel like an afterthought. Like they forgot about it for the entire movie. They're like, oh, we gotta do that one scene. Let's toss it in.
But it was cool though. He's like, "Where's it at?" She's like, "It's right there on the side," and there's just a star stuck on the side of his helmet.
Makes sense. But yeah, like for the plot, we're pretty much going over the characters too. It's like some of it's good, some of it's a little bit lacking. But I feel like this has like the same problems like with the Transformer movies, where there's just too much stuff that they want to have in one movie that could have been spread out to two and made for a more cohesive story.
I would have paid to watch 2 movies. Like, to be honest with you, if they were like, okay, you know, way too much, Lord of the Rings style, I'm just going to break it up in a few movies, enjoy the story. I'm like, okay, you know, everybody gets their time, you know.
Yeah, because personally, like, how I would like to see it, like, we explained it in the first one was, like, the first film, they should have had,
that guy as Shredder.
Yeah, William Fichtner should have been Shredder.
Then the actual Shredder should have been this movie.
Yes. And then introduce Bebop Rocksteady, and the concept that there's the next dimension
Not
with the crane. Yes, so like we have that allude at the end of the movie, and they find like they beat the actual Shredder. Then Crane's gonna be in the next one. So the next movie, then we have Shredder and Crane team up to try to get Crane over, and then Crane screws them over in that movie. I would think that would have made for a really nice third one. Then that could have been like Out of the Shadows. Because with the Technodroids coming over, you can't really hide that.
But I still enjoyed it.
Yeah, like still, it's a fun popcorn flick.
I definitely went into this movie expecting garbage, and I got like, oh, okay, this ain't so bad. I giggled a few spots. I enjoyed the action. I really enjoyed like the teamwork that they did on the beginning of the movie, and while they were going down the whole waterfall thing, you know.
Like it's definitely an improvement over the first one. Which the first one, like I still enjoy personally. But I definitely, you could tell it's a very flawed movie. Well, this one, I walked out of the movie, I was fine with it. It's kind of like the way Transformers was like the first movie. I was like, this is cool, but I see problems with it. And then we had the second one, which I was like, ugh. And then Dark Moon, I was like, this actually made sense. This is actually a movie. Then we have Age of Extinction. We don't talk about that one.
There was more than 3?
Exactly. But yeah, so if you guys haven't seen Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadow, definitely recommend it, especially if you're a Turtle fan. But if you didn't like the first movie, this one isn't going to win you over.
Well,
I feel like.
It might, depending, like, you know, what your issues was with the first one, you know.
It helps, but I feel like not enough. Like, you get to spend more time with the character, which is a fix from the original. And you actually, Shredder felt more like Shredder looks more like Shredder, but doesn't have much of a role in this. But you get Bebop and Rocksteady, so you win some, you lose some.
Yeah, it's a difficult decision on this one. You know, I enjoyed it more than the first one, definitely. But the first one, I was expecting this, and I got this.
Yeah, I was kind of the opposite, where I was like, Michael Bay's attached, so we're here, and I'm like, okay, it's watchable.
One, I was expecting this, and I got this, so I think that might be my problem, you know?
Yeah, well, like, when I watched the trailer, I'm like, this is going to be awesome. Like, we went into the trailer, this looks really sweet. Kind of reminds me of the cartoons. But I'm like, Michael Bay's still attached to this stuff, so I can't, something's going to go wrong. It's got to. It's like watching the new Transformer trailer. I'm like, this looks kind of cool. This looks like it has a story to it. Kind of like Dark to the Moon. This might not be that bad.
Haven't seen it.
Michael Bay's attached to it, and there's nights and weird things happening. So
Marky
Mark's still in it, which I actually almost like Shia LaBeouf more. I'm that guy.
Do it!
But what did you guys think of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows? Did you guys actually enjoy this film over the original? Please let us know in the comment section below. And almost defeat those kaiju by hitting that like button, subscribe, become a region today. See you guys in the next video. Bye bye.